Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. I hope everybody's doing well. Hanging in. It's been a tough week once again. We have these weeks ahead of us and behind us that are shifting our focus, are changing us, and it's challenging. No doubt, no doubt. All right, so for the new people that have come to join us on Sunday with Spirit, this is not a political read. This is more a spiritual pull. And I like to think of us as a group of people getting together to send love and light out to, first off, ourselves individually, and then send that love and light out to our circle and then to our world. And I like to think of us whenever we're watching this, whatever day, whatever time, our energy as we watch this and we think of it and we hear our own guides through the cards, that energy is part of the circle. And I sense the circle growing, and it's getting bigger and more powerful. And it's sending this love and light out to those that need it, to us that needs it. And then we get to share it. So I like to think, let's just go down. I was walking out this morning into my garden, and it was really misty. So I wanted to take you all there again with, as we walk down this path, and I know some people have bad knees and bad backs and bad hips, but we're walking with Spirit. And Spirit's helping us. Spirit's taking away the pain. We have our young bodies again so that we can skip and walk, jump over rocks. And we're walking down this path to this field. And as we walk down this path, the cool mist hits our face. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's almost like it's rain, but it's not. If you wear glasses, well, you don't need them because we're in Spirit land. But you would almost have to wipe your glasses from the mist. But you don't. It's very strange. And as we walk down this path, we come upon an opening. And in the opening are benches, little places, individual places that are connected with little stepping stones. And each individual bench has a piece of paper and a pencil on it. 2 pieces of paper and a pencil on it. And there are no names on the benches, on the little places that you can sit on, but you know exactly which one to sit next to. And nobody's going to go, oh no, that's mine. No, they have theirs and they know which one to sit in. So as we all sit in this circle, in the center of the circle is a very small fire pit. It's got a very small fire to it. And the mist is still letting all the plants and the blades of grass glisten. And as we look into the fire, we can see things out of the corner of our eyes that kind of move. Orbs hummingbirds, little birds. We hear little noises. And it's all safe. It's all wonderful. It's our spirit guides. If you look up into the sky, you can feel the presence of a winged animal. What is it? Do you feel the wings? Do you feel the air coming down on you from the wings? There was 2 pieces of paper and a pencil. And it's right there in front of you. There is, as you pick up the pieces of paper, I want you to write down what's not working for you. And that could be political, that could be personal, what's not working in your life. First thing that comes to your mind, write it down. On the next piece of paper, what do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to see? What do you want to enhance? What do you want? I already got the Lamborghini, so you can't say Lamborghini. Sorry, squirrel. Okay. Now we have a piece of paper you don't want, a piece of paper you do want. The piece of paper you don't want, let's toss it in the fire. Let the fire consume it. Let it go. The piece of paper with your intention, what you do want, right in front of you, is a little hole with a mound of dirt next to it. Put it in the hole. Cover it up with dirt. And the dirt is moist. Feels so cool. Okay. So what I've done for the cards is I have the Brady Tarot and the Good Tarot. These are the earthly planes that we're dealing with right now. The Brady Tarot it's a beautiful deck. It's pretty harsh though, at times. It can be. The Good Tarot is not so much harsh. It's looking at the world through a different prism. Return to Spirit and, 7 energies, return to Spirit. This is what Spirit wants us to hear as we deal with our earthly experience. Does that make sense? What Spirit wants us to hear in dealing with our earthly experience. And so you can pick what is going to be more important to you. You can pick 1, 2, or 3, or all of them. And whatever cards, whatever interpretations I have in my cards that I pull are for me and for you, for all of us to share. But what you interpret the cards as is probably more important. And this all goes back to what we put in the fire and what we planted. So that's the intention. What can we learn in the cards from Spirit with what we put in the fire and what we planted? Row 1. We have Vantage. Not necessarily an action card. It's a survey card. What have I done? Look at this. Ready for the next opportunity? Satisfied with what you just did? Is your belly full? Is your belly empty? Clearly looking ahead to the grassy plains, what is coming up? That's kind of what I'm getting at with this card. What is coming up? It looks like midday. It looks like, it's not the sun coming up. And the good tarot is asking us, what are we calling for? We're blowing the herald's trumpet. At least I think it's a herald's trumpet. What do we want people to hear? What does Spirit want us to call in? Well, this is the energy card. And it's feeling the world. Wow. Certainly the world is going through a shift. A lot of things going on with it. A lot of things. And for the people in the path of these hurricanes, feeling the world. Some of you who are watching this, it's watching after it hit landfall. I'm recording it before it hit landfall. So there is no action. We're just watching. If you just think of that. But there's other things that are going on that I don't want to get into the world events on that. But I'm just, sending love and light out for people that are going to be hit by that powerful storm. And there's so many other places that we can send our voice to. And that's up to us where we want to send what we're planting individually that the collective can help us with. That's what I don't know if I went sideways on that a little bit, but just feeling the world, it's so hard. It can't be a singular help. It's got to start out singular and then let other people help with our cause, with our calling. And return to Spirit. If we were just to go right back to Spirit. Well, we would need a frequency shift. That's right. Because the frequency down on Earth is way different than the frequency in Spirit. And if we go backwards, the frequency shift for the Earth, and she's holding it so gently, is the call that we need to plan for. Okay. I don't feel like there is, I keep wanting, things to change right away and the frequency shift to change right away, but we still have this waiting time. We still have this planning time. Make sure what we're calling in is the right message. And it's got to be filled with love. Row 2. Success. And when I look at this card and I look at the birds at the bottom, I go, what's the cost? What's the cost of success? Did we do it with love? Did we do it with just take, 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 take? Are we feeling the world, or are we just taking from it? Digging up all the oil. What does the earth feel about that? Mining. I was talking to somebody about mining crystals and gems and lithium. We don't care what the earth feels about it. We just take it. Success. Got it. But what's the cost? The people who have been with me for a while, you know what I went down to Oak Flat to check out that mining and the destruction there. Destruction of indigenous lands, sacred lands, holy lands. They don't care. Success doesn't care. Without taking into account the feelings of others. It just can't be so that you get more. It's got to be a balance. And this card to me, even though it's a 2, it's not balanced. Star. So what the earthly plane is saying in column 2 is that you do have success in what you want to achieve. How you want to go about that success is 2 different versions. Without care of how you get that success, or being gentle and allowing the success to come, knowing that it's coming. And this has a universal feel to it. It's the star card, Star of Hope. The universe contains all the stars and the moons. It's a success card. And it's a balance card too. This one, not so much. To me, that's my feeling. And what's the energy? What's the spirit? Cards don't lie. Great big love. Great big love. For the world. As we measure success on this earthly plane, the energy needs to be about great big love. And as we return to spirit, we get worthy. So it goes back to the success card. We are worthy of success. And we can get success with great big love that respects the planet and just doesn't take it. That's the energy. Great big love. That's the energy. And we are worthy of the success. All of it. Every bit of it. Just not take, take, take. All right. Who picked column 4? Nobody, because there's only 3. I know. Here we go. Growth. It's a little dark down here in those roots, and then when you get up, it's still a little dark up here, but at least we're flying. So growth is a tricky thing, because we stumble, we get mixed up, it gets a little messy. We don't know the final outcome. We would like to. Maybe let's see what that return to spirit card is, because that's where we started and we're going back there. I can't wait to pull that. But I'm going to wait. Growth. The next earthly thing in different prism, a lighter prism, is 4 of fire. And these 4 of fires, this goes with the star and it goes with success, but it's such a gentle success, and it's calming and it's peaceful, and we have our passions up here that are lighting us as we play music. Four of fire, 4 of wands, celebration, happiness. So we have this growth spurt that we're dealing with, but it should be a happier time going through this growth spurt. And maybe not so much happier, but contented that we are moving forward, if our call is correct. And we trust the divine matrix of it all. That, what I just said, it's so hard for me because this growth is so difficult right now. As we're doing this frequency shift, this growth period is so hard. Because I feel the world. And I feel the pain. But trust in this divine matrix. Trust in God's spirit. This matrix that everything is fitting together. And as we return to spirit, using this trust in the divine matrix, innocence. And I almost wish I did pull this first, because it tells a really cool story for me. We start out with innocence, and we go and write our soul's contract to come back to earth. And that's the divine matrix, the circular, the karmic cycle. We were on earth, we're in spirit, we're innocent, decide to come back to fulfill some karmic destiny, or try again, or just experience something new. We end up with growth. And that growth gets messy, but we skip this step because we're so caught up in the growth that everything has a reason. It's not all chaos. All right. Beautiful cards today. But so many good cards. Not a lot of big action. This is a time, I think, this week, just kind of chill a little bit as much as we can. Sending out this great big love from our circle, from our hearts to our neighbors, to the neighbors in the circle. And then let's just expand it out. Let's just expand out that great big love, knowing we have the divine matrix. There is a plan. We may not know it. We're getting to that frequency shift. We're worthy. Stay in that innocence. That innocence of spirit. Thank you all for watching on this Sunday. Thank you for being with me. I appreciate you all. I got great big love for y'all. Peace.